Hey, Kev here. Let's make a really quick organic tentacle slime effect in Blender. This is the epitome of quick and dirty and pretty top level, so let's jump right in. Start with Suzanne, the primate head. Why? Because the shape doesn't really matter, and when we get to the magic part later, you're going to see that. To get to the initial tentacle slime spin-up thing going, add in a screw modifier and play with the screw number. Now, to get that to curl, add in a simple deform modifier and set it to bend. Do something with the angle, and there she goes, on a bender. Now, to make her do the twist, copy the simple deform modifier and change the axis to Y. So you're just basically duplicating that modifier and changing the axis. Now we can bend this thing on a couple of different axes and make this thing move. If you play with the screw length, you get a longer or shorter slime tentacle thing. If you play with the angle, you get more twist, which makes it more interesting. Now, if you take the numbers that we just played with and zero everything out at frame 0, then keyframe it all, you can move the timeline to like 96, move the angle sliders on the modifiers to something greater than 0 in this case, and keyframe those at 96. Now, if you also set the angle on the screw modifier to 360 and keyframe that at frame 0, then set it to like 1440 or something at frame 96, you'll get a cool twisting thing growing and twisting at the same time. But wait, that's not all. If you want to make this look more organic, add in a remesh modifier, and if you are in Blender 2.83, you'll see that this whole tentacle looks blended together and smooth. That's because voxel remesh is now in the modifier and is making this new mesh out of your deformed primate head. And the coolest thing is that it's animated. If you play with the voxel size, you can get some cool fake liquid slime-like tendrils coming out of the front. Just don't slide it and don't go below 0.01 or something unless you want your computer to think for a while. Feel free to add in a subdivision surface modifier as well to smooth it out a bit. Also, check smooth shading on the remesh modifier and it'll look more smooth. And all that's left now is to dial in the look you want. Here's the scene with the shader in place. It's just a simple principled shader with Musgrave and ramp controlling the subsurface scattering, and a noise and the bump multiplied with the Musgrave, all using object coordinate. There are literally like 932 new videos for Blender every day that show you how to do this, so I'm not going to spend too much of your time here. For this scene, I added a petri dish with a somewhat transparent shader, a cylinder inside with subdivision, and a displace modifier on it, with the same tentacle shader. And I just hand animated it shrinking a bit as the tentacle grows by keyframing the scale and playing with the displacement modifier a bit to make it look like it's undulating. The table is just a plane with a principled shader and a scratch texture controlling the roughness. This whole thing is being lit by an HDRI that I got off HDRI Haven. It's like a surgery room or something. I rendered it out in passes, so I'd have more control over the colors and comp. I have a whole video that shows you how to do comp on Patreon if you want it. The link is in the description. It'll get you up and running with comp pretty quickly if you're a beginner with it. The main point of this video is the effect and how to get the tentacle thing going. Now go make some gross stuff. See you in the next video and check out Blender Nest. The scene is up on Patreon, like most of my other videos scenes are, so if you want it, go grab it. Talk to you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.